Hello and welcome to Spiced Up Civics, your Minneapolis-based youth-led spin on a certain better-known YouTube series. Whether you're here for the poultry or the politics, we are glad you're watching. Today we are joined by Dr. DeWayne Davis, who is running for mayor here in Minneapolis.
Yes.
He will be answering some spiced up questions while eating his spiced up food of choice, which in this case we have wings and fries from Oasis Mediterranean Grill right here in Midtown Global Market. As always, we have a lineup of 5 hot sauces made right here in Minnesota. We've got Tequila Sunrise from Black Roots, Crybaby Craig's, Burn Yo Face from Lovejoy's, Red Eye Hot Sauce, Red Eye Wildfire, and from our neighbors in Wisconsin, we have Hellfire Doomed. So, before we get into the sauces, I just want to ask you real quick, would you mind introducing yourself and just explaining why you chose to run for office?
Okay. DeWayne Davis, I guess people here in Minneapolis know me as a minister because I came here to be a minister. But ministry was a second career for me. I spent 20 years of my life, more than 20 years of my life, right out of college working on Capitol Hill, working for 3 members of Congress. I did that revolving door. I worked for a couple of progressive think tanks. I became a corporate lobbyist at one point. But the through line to all of this, that whole career, whether it was politics and certainly in ministry, was how do you bring the very best of what you have, what you've learned, your experience, but also even your privilege, to make sure that everybody has what they need to live a good, full life. This is the purpose of abundance, not for personal, but so that you can create a thriving community where nobody is left behind. So I'm running for mayor because of that reason. And in this particular time, given the faltering of our democracy, I think right now is a mission moment for not just me, but for all of us.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. And you're absolutely right. This moment needs it. So
Yes.
we applaud you for running.
Yeah.
And with that, how about we get into our first hot sauce,
Okay.
which is Tequila Sunrise,
Okay.
coming up hot. And this one is kind of on the lighter side.
Okay.
So like we said, we've got wings and fries, and we'll let you sort of choose how much you want to put on. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
So I want to start off with a really solid question that we love to ask, our guests, which is, what is your go-to spot, whether it be a restaurant or a park or whatever, in Minneapolis?
That was a very good question. What is my go-to spot? My go-to spot, actually, it would have been different before COVID, but after COVID, I would have to say Free House in North Loop. Because when COVID hit, everybody was closing down. All the restaurants were closing down. Free House had always had this outdoor patio. And working from home and having to break it up, my husband and I would go there. So even now, when we're on the campaign, especially me and my campaign manager, I say, let's go get something to eat. We go to Free House.
All right, love it. And how do you feel about that Tequila Sunrise sauce?
This actually is kind of, it's okay. It's like the milder version of what I grew up with. I grew up in Mississippi. Hot sauce is in the house.
Yes.
So it is used throughout. So
Yes.
a little bit milder than what I grew up with.
All right. So I take it you're probably pretty good with spice?
I wouldn't say that. I would say, it's not what I go to.
Okay. I like it. So we'll move on to our next one, which is a bit more known, which is Crybaby Craig's Garlic Habanero. Well, Cheers. So, on a bit of a more serious note, I want to ask you what you think is one of the most pressing issues facing Minneapolis and its residents today.
Well, sometimes that changes, but I think it has to be, whether you're affected by it or not, and you see it, it really does have to be the homelessness crisis. And the reason I say that is because certainly the people who are experiencing homelessness, this is a window into the tragedy of this experience. And we must always be sure that we give them presumption of their full humanity, and we need to stop criminalizing people who are experiencing homelessness. So that's who's impacted directly in that sense. Second are the communities that are directly surrounded by encampments. And I've often said, look, even well-meaning people with big hearts do not want to see these large encampments of unhoused people. And there are dangerous things that occur in them, and when they get that large, crime will occur. So that impacts the immediate neighborhood. But even the ones who are not, where they're not directly seeing it and we see what happened, what is going on then is the people experiencing homelessness, the people who are in the neighborhoods where encampments have shown up and are directly sort of in this real tension about, how to have your humanity, respect the humanity of someone, but also wanting to make sure it's safe. You don't want to see it there. In this whole debate, then we have these other people who are not immediately impacted, but there's so much, there's an attempt to drive your thinking about it. And unfortunately, it makes you want to be negative. So someone who lives in this rarefied part of the city, never see it, never have to see it. They're listening to rhetoric, they're listening to misinformation, they're listening to the politicization of it. And then they come out with these very definite, angry opinions about it, which informs their politics. And then, so it does something, it adds to the larger issue that's driving our city. Chaos and division. That is going to destroy us. And so we have got to figure out how to be more sophisticated consumers of what we're seeing and what we're hearing. We've got to learn how to talk to each other. And that's why the current politics, to me, and even the incumbent, I'm concerned because the chaos, I think some people, I'll put it this way, I think some people find political and personal advantage with the chaos and division. But that is a dangerous place for us to be. And not only does it prevents us from solving that problem, because that problem is ultimately solvable, or at least manageable. But if we are mired in chaos and division and unable to see and talk to each other, that problem will fester. And that's a very dangerous thing for us to do. So, sorry for going so long. You also,
you're absolutely right.
I just told you I was a minister, so you were warned.
Well, I think you're absolutely right about division and chaos. That's going to be it. How are we kind of feeling about that Crybaby Craig sauce?
Oh, it was pretty good. That was still maybe more like what I grew up with, but not as it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean those first two we like to kind of start it out pretty tame.
Yeah, those are tame.
So these next four I think are some jumps.
Okay. We'll see how
see how you fare with those. Our next one we've got is Lovejoy's Burn Your Face.
Burn Your Face.
So this is another one.
I want to meet people who make these things. Why are you making hot sauce?
That's a real good question. Well, and we have some of these brands, and they watch the videos, and I'm like, do you like watching us suffer? Do you like that?
No.
So here's this one, Burn Your Face.
Burn Your Face.
So as that kind of builds, I
Oh,
want to
well,
ask you, yeah,
it's a slow burn.
it is. Ooh,
Oh,
I want to ask
yeah. Hmm.
what you think in your life has best prepared you to be the mayor of Minneapolis.
You know, it is being a minister. So I guess I should say becoming a pastor of a church, a leader of a church. Why I say it prepared me, and I should even be more specific, being pastor of All God's Children Metropolitan Community Church, right down the street. I started work as the senior pastor there in September 2013. We moved here in the summer of 2013, but September 2013. And two things happened that transformed me and took me so deep into what ministry could be and should be. The first was I had to preside. I had no idea how bad the opioid crisis and the drug addiction crisis was here. And that first few months, I had to preside over funerals for 3 or 4, and I'm going to say kids, because they were in their 20s, from overdoses. And I had to sit with families and parents who just this unimaginable pain and just be a presence for them. So to hold that and to hold people and to see people who've done everything they know how to do and they have this happen to them. And in some cases, no support, or in some cases where recovery programs all just didn't work and desperation. So that brought me into the deep sense of hurt and desperation, but also in ministry. All of it, where you are brought into people's lives, and it's all laid bare before you. And sometimes what you see is the government and elected people, they move and they operate. And I'm not saying they don't know about this stuff, but it appears that they are unaware of the human suffering that is around them. And so when I begin to think about running for mayor, even the reason, the real moment that the decision was made, people had said, you should think about running, you should consider it. And I was like, no, I don't think so. And several people, several different places. But the moment where I said, I've got to do this, it was when Joe Biden did so terribly in the debate last summer. And it finally dawned on me that Donald Trump might be president again. And the first thing is I just sort of said is that all I could see is that so many people are going to suffer. And I said, look, I got to give everything I've got. This is and it was a question too. I said, what are you going to do? By the way, I had been preaching. I was lead minister of Plymouth Congregational Church, a very large church. But I had been preaching about, what are you going to do when it gets worse? And by the way, sometimes it's easy to preach that stuff, but when you turn it on yourself, but I really, as I joke to my family because my family, because they can understand this. I said, I actually think I preached myself into running for mayor because I kept asking the question: when it gets worse, when more suffering than we ever saw in our lifetime comes upon us, what are we going to be willing to do? And I had to I had to make that choice. And I said, I'm going to give up my comfort and the seduction of the privilege that I have, and give it everything I got.
All right.
So ministry, that's a
I
long way of
love
saying
it. I love it. Well, yeah, thank you so much. And how are we feeling about Lovejoy's Burn Your Face?
Okay, Lovejoy hit. There was a kick. It brought a little bit of sweat. Did I wipe? I don't think I did, but it showed its metal. Where is this made here?
Yeah, that's made right in Minneapolis.
Okay, see now I need you. Okay, I'm telling you now, y'all. My sisters would be like, "Oh, whatever."
Yeah, I like to say that after doing these, I've kind of like trained myself to adapt to it.
So
more.
you got it. You ain't.
Well, I mean, we're getting into dangerous territory here, but like I never was into spice. All right, so we're gonna move on here to the Red Eye hot sauce.
Okay.
Red Eye has been so great to us.
Is this where people break down?
That's where it starts. This is where people break down.
Okay.
So, yeah, this one you gotta be careful with again because it just kind of comes out on you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Here we go.
Yeah, so you can tell it right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a serious one.
Yep, we're getting there. If you like this one, you'll love those next two. But so we've heard a lot about ranked choice voting from your campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind explaining to us and our audience why we should rank our ballot?
Well, one thing I tell people all the time is that whether you understand it, ranked choice voting or not, I like to look at it this way. You really do get to vote. Again, let's put it this way. If it was just a straight election, you vote, and if your person loses, that's it. You've done it. There's nothing to get. There's nothing. Ranked choice, let's say you vote for someone, but your first choice doesn't win right away, or actually gets your first choice drops out. I put it this way: you get another chance. You have another vote that's ready to go, and it's going to get counted. So in some ways, you really are getting a chance. And if your second choice doesn't go, and there's still, you've got another one waiting in the wing. So yes. I'm saying that is a lot of power. So when I tell people, like, don't disempower, even if you say, I have this one person that I'm really into, and I don't even really care about those other people, don't disempower yourself and stop there. Mm-hmm. Figure out how to get a second and a third choice so that you can be fully empowered. And so what's going on too is it's not a wasted vote. It's not it actually, again, it becomes a vote transfer. Boom, I voted here. Whoever I wanted got dropped out anymore. Then that vote, it go to your next vote. It goes somewhere. Boom. And then if that person drops out, you get another one. Wow. And that goes. So go for it. Don't, even if you say, I hate this ring, don't disempower yourself. You use them. And if there's someone you like, hey, go for it. But do a little bit of work and figure out who else you wanna put there. And just remember to rank me first.
Exactly.
You can do whatever else you want to do.
Well, how are we feeling about Red Eye hot sauce?
Red Eye is doing its work because I'm still feeling it.
Yep.
It is holding on.
So I'll take it. You love Red Eye hot sauce. How are you feeling about Red Eye hot sauce Wildfire Extreme Hot Edition?
Let's try it. We'll see.
We will see how it treats us.
Yes.
And I don't understand why these really spicy ones have
Oh,
just
that's
the
what
open lid.
I think it's I don't know.
Red Eye, I know you're watching this. I know you watch all of them. So that needs to be fixed.
I think they're
You're
doing
getting
it.
us in trouble here.
But I wonder if it's the people who ask for it.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
It's
Some
like
people just smother
your
them.
bottle is the hole is too small.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. So this is my favorite question to ask, which is,
Woo.
who is your biggest role model?
That is so really hard. I've lived long enough where it changes, and it's probably going to be kind of obvious in some ways. But I think it's the person I can't get away from. And it's not a person that I've ever met, not a person but it would have to be James Baldwin. And the reason I'm wrestling with that is because Martin Luther King is in there. My father is in there. And there are others, but see, yeah, still with me. But James Baldwin, because I started reading James Baldwin way early. I mean, in college, actually in high school, and then in college, I got introduced to the essays, and that is really so. But the reason I say James Baldwin is because I'll put it, I'm probably more influenced by him in the way that I write, in the way that I write speeches, in the sermons that I prepare, because I find him to be probably more so than anybody, with the exception of my father, who is utterly committed to telling the truth, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how upsetting it is, no matter how dangerous it is. And I try to be that way. I fail miserably. I tell the truth, but what I'm saying is sometimes I tell the truth only to myself. And when you're a minister, but I do. James Baldwin inspires me all the time to say tough things. Mm-hmm. And in sermons, you have to say tough things. So yeah, I think that is the one. Like I said, I never met him. It's only through his writings and the interviews. And here's what the reason, and I think it's important to say this too. He tells the truth, but here's another thing. He loves fiercely. A lot of people don't know that about his writing. When you love your nation, when you love people, when you want things, you want justice, and when you want to see people, Martin Luther King too, love, love, love. But James Baldwin, for me, furnishes me with all of it, both the doubt, the fear, the anger, the rage, the love, the hope. It's all there. It's never, you know, and when you read him, you never get the sense that he's trying to sell you anything. So when he talks about love, it doesn't feel like the preacher that's trying to subtly scare you into loving, because God will be mad at you if you didn't. But with James Baldwin, a real belief that love can transform. So he'll go all this whole way, you know, just go laying into the United States, laying into white people, laying into injustice, and then we'll turn and say, but boy, guess what can happen if we just found a way to love each other. And then you get like, oh wait, he actually is motivated by a deep love. And that's what I try to do in my sermons, in my writing, in my conversation. I want to say the unvarnished truth about things, because in the end, I think we can be saved.
How are you feeling about?
Yeah, Miss Red Eye did the thing.
Yeah.
I'm still feeling her.
Yep. Well,
do we have to go to this? Because if she's...
we don't have to. We don't have to.
Well, we can try it.
All right. It's kind of a commitment. But
So, okay. No, I know there's no way for us to measure the index of going higher. But there was a gradualness to all this. Does it not get gradual? Is it just...
it's like, I think it's like a bit exponential.
Oh,
because
see,
it's like,
that's what I'm worried about. Yeah. See,
yeah,
because that's how stupid it can get.
yeah. No, it's not great.
You said it's not great.
But you know,
Okay, has everybody done it?
so far,
All right, so well, that's the only reason they got to do it.
yes,
Since I'm not going to be the one not do it.
right. So we're gonna go for it.
We are.
We've got Hellfire Doomed, 6.66 million Scoville units.
And see,
A mess.
you didn't even get me to sign a disclosure form, because I mean
And look at that, you got the open.
I mean, this is open wider than any of those.
Than any of the rest of them. Any of the rest of them.
Yeah, that's deliberate.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna put this on mine, you'll put it on yours, and I'm gonna ask you the question before.
Okay.
You're gonna take the wing,
Okay.
eat the wing, and then answer.
I didn't
your
sign
letter.
anything, but so I still have the right to sue you, but I'm not going.
Oh, I appreciate that. No, me and Chelsea, we value that. Oh, I put too much on.
Oh, he said you put too much in this, just a little bit.
It's not much, but it's too much. Yeah. No, now I got to think about like how I want to eat this. Like, what side do I start on?
All right.
All right. Are you
Since
ready?
since you said it was so bad, I'm
Yes. So I'm going to say right now, what is one thing you want our audience to know about you and or your campaign? And we're going to take this wing.
What do they want you to know about my campaign? Sam, I don't know. What do they want me to know?
Well, you're going to want to eat this first,
Okay.
and then I want to hear your answer. It might be different.
Okay. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was a dab.
Yeah.
Wow. Start eating more chicken to get it back. You sure that's not illegal?
It might be. It might be.
Wow. Yeah, that did it.
So yeah, you can take your time. Take all the time you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drink some water on this one.
And we got the milk for you too. Don't worry.
Yeah. See, I don't really do hot sauce either. It's on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I wish
Mm-hmm.
That's serious. That should be illegal.
Yeah.
And that was just a dab. I did like this. Boom. I saw you make the mistake and I didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him.
Each time.
I know, it's going to be, I got a meeting after this.
I don't. And if I did, it's canceled.
And everybody did this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have new respect for him.
And at this point, I've been. Whew.
Anyway, what do I want us to know about our campaign? We have been an insurgent campaign from the beginning. And what I mean by that, we are not a campaign that was flush with money. We're not a campaign that we didn't start off with a lot of endorsements. Campaign was, an unelected, really some ways an outsider. What you should know, that everything from the beginning, from the very beginning, we have been motivated by a sense of doing good work. I use the word integrity. Sometimes you don't know if people know the definition of that word. But everything that we have done, we've done it in good faith. We've done it with integrity. We have tried to lead and lean into truth. And so whatever the outcome is, if we win, because if you win, everybody's like, wow, they did it. But whatever the outcome is, I'm really proud of what we've done. I mean, really, there is nothing. There are days when I ask myself, why are you doing this? It's tough. Why would you do it? But when it's all said and done, this is going to be one of those periods in my life. And actually, yes, I'm thinking about, is it possible that maybe I should, when I win, when I'll have time to write about it. But these are some good, solid people. And by the way, they're going to do great things. All of the volunteers and the staff, they're going to be very successful in wherever we go, whether they're in the mayor's office or they're somewhere else. They're going to do great things. But this is going to be one of those periods in my life that I will count as among the most powerful and meaningful thing I've ever done in its own right. The only thing we're missing is that we don't have enough music. I've said that to them.
It's important.
Yeah, that's the only thing that if I have a criticism of us, is that we don't have enough music going. And some of that is because we get focused and we get in a zone and we move fast and we spread ourselves pretty thin and we're but it is really and this, I think this is important for me to say that too, given what happened to us in the convention, given what the time I had to take away because my mother passed away, the things that we've gone through, boy, we have been really steady, a good faith, really a real, and I'm lucky because I operate a certain way. And it's hard to figure out if people are going to go with you. but good. And here's another gift they gave me. Because I've been around campaigns, I've been around political staff in Washington, I've seen a lot. But I'm surrounded, my campaign staff and volunteers, I'm surrounded by people who have never tried to make me be something I'm not. Mm. They have, and that is a gift, that you arrive at your life where whoever I am and what I've tried to accomplish, that they see me, and they've never tried to make me be something that I'm not. And that's a testament to them. That means that they have faith in me. They see me, and I appreciate that. And I hope everybody elected or running, I hope you get the benefit of having people who are going to allow you to be who you are. Yeah. So,
well, that's perfect. Thank you so much for coming on. Mm-hmm. Thank you for running.
No, thank you.
It's an important, hard job to be a candidate,
yeah,
to want to be an elected official, to step up. So we really appreciate that. Minneapolis, you have an election on November 4th. Voting is open now. Vote early or vote on election day. Make sure to rank your ballot. And Dr. Davis, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. And you got me.
Yes. Well, we got Dr. Davis. Let's see who's next. All right. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.